did it the hard way, came into this particular fixture on a 2-1 deficit, and you did it in style. What was going through your head when that final whistle blew?
Good afternoon to members of the media. Let me first start by congratulating the football club, the entire football club, and I mean really the entire football club. From and you'll have to forgive me because it really is not a one-man show, or I just have the privilege to account for the results in front of you. But the reality is, to get to the final, we needed an incredible performance against Al Ahly in the semi-final at home, and the Yellow Nation was behind us all the way. Today, once again, I think they made an incredible contribution, and they sang and they supported the boys throughout the 90 minutes, and for that we are extremely grateful to them, and we thank them for their love and their support. And then you've got to thank the technical team. We've got a hard-working group that's very, very, very close-knit. Coach Mangoa with incredible experience and a lot of support. Coach Wendell, Coach Michael, Coach Wendell and Coach Michael also. I mean, Coach Wendell has been at Sundowns for how long, and in football for how long, as a goalkeeper, and then goalkeeper coach, and now also serving as an assistant coach. That's also a goalkeeper coach. His role and the workload has doubled. Coach Kennedy that is assisting him in the department, and you can see with all the goalkeepers how good they've been. You know, when we've rotated a lot and we've given chances to all the goalkeepers, and also the testament is round one winning goalkeeper of the tournament. And that's the work that's done by Coach Wendell and Coach Kennedy in his first trophy as a coach. So I congratulate him also. You delivered the trophy and you put it on the table. Thank you, my boy. Thank you, Sailor.
Sorry, Jay.
Thank you, Sailor.
Akakhali.
They ran out. And then to go all the way into the group of analysts that we have, Mario Mashas, Bu, Makitla, and Gulam Vald. I always struggle with his. I struggle with pronouncing his surname. Is Valodia, and he always fights with me. And I've worked with Gulam for so many years. Incredible human being. GB is a hard worker. Dale Solomon's also. These four they work very, very hard behind the scenes. The conditioning department, Mateus, Sbu, Masango, unbelievable. Special mention to the recovery rehabilitation group with Stuart McGregor to work on Peter Shalulile and Lucas Ribeiro, and just to try to perform a miracle. And you know, this is why I say it's not a one-man show. You know, they worked very, very hard. Tato Mashiro, the kit in the kit department. We've got Tato Santos also working in the conditioning department. We've got Saki. What can I say about Saki? I mean, such a loyal servant of this football club. And the doctors, we've got two incredible doctors, in Dr. Carl and Dr. Paul. We've got Tasso, unbelievable in the data and the tracking of the physical workload every single day. I'm trying to remember everybody. We've got such an extensive group. We've got Godfather. It was his birthday just the other day, so hopefully this is a good birthday present for him. We have Theo, who's joined us also as one of the messieurs. We've got the communications department and the marketing department with Shupi and Zanel, and it's unbelievable. It's everybody, you know. Toriso, I mean, the photographer, the security department, you know, the guy that's always looking after and protecting me. and helping me with everything. Colin deserves a special mention. And yeah, Jeff, the kitchen staff, the chefs, the ground staff, the security at the gate, senior management, Yugesh, unbelievable. The support, Rastan, unbelievable. And then of course the leader of the group, the club, the chairman. This is a special one for him, and especially dedicated to him for his support in the good moments and in the bad moments. He's been there to support, and we'd just like to thank him for his support. And yeah, to this football club, and I hope for everyone else that is part of this club that unfortunately maybe I may have forgotten, like Coach Temba Badela, who works with the DDC, but is also one of the assistant coaches, Bratrot. As he walks in, unbelievable support. I always, after every game, I always get notes from him, put on my desk, and in a nice envelope, giving advice, and these are the people I think, you know, South Africa is quick to forget their contribution to football. You know, them and Coach Shakes Mashawa, that generation of coaches, you know, they've done incredible work for this country, and they've paved the way for us, and we wouldn't even be thinking of being coaches if it wasn't for them. And then this special group of players. I ran out of superlatives. Karabo would be very proud of me if he was here. I ran out of superlatives in speaking about this incredible group of players, guys. I really think and thank God for this opportunity to lead this club. I thank God for this opportunity to lead and to be part of this magnificent group, and to be their coach, because these players have backed me. I push them so hard. We work really hard, and we go all the way, and you know, they make so many sacrifices. So I want to thank them for that, and their families also, because their families also don't get to spend a lot of time with them, you know. So I want to also thank their families, and also thank my family for the support that they've given me. Just the other day I was speaking to my father, and he said to me, "But tell your midfielders not to make a back pass. And anyone that makes a back pass must go back home." So that was my team talk, and I delivered it, so he must know, Mr. KK Sono, that I listened. And I passed on the message. So I just want to thank them, and thank my mother also, Linda. Thank my team managers, unbelievable. Tammy just came in there, and unbelievable. Tammy, Kahiso, Khalid, these are great human beings. I don't know. I hope I haven't forgotten anybody, and if I have, I hope they forgive me. I love them all, but really, I want to thank this group of players for making the Sundowns family proud, and for delivering this beautiful trophy.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take questions.
The trophy, is the trophy obscuring anyone, but it's going to obscure other people that side? So maybe next to Tawang, or maybe closer this side.
We've got an international feed, so we just
Need to be careful on that.
Yeah, you shall.
I think let's leave it like this. Coach. Yeah,
Is that better? Is that better?
that's fine.
There you go.
All right. In the interest of time, colleagues, if I may ask that we limit it to one question, so that one question per journal, so that we accommodate as many people as possible. We'll start with you, Mamushu.
Temba Joseph, I'm sports coach. Well done. I'm just, please, if you allow me to take it home. I mean, you've counted everyone. How special, I'm just gonna be, you know, on a personal note, how special would it be had your grandmother been here, the one that made Rulani who he is today? And what does this mean to you, knowing that she prayed for you while she was here, and when she's no longer here, you're seeing all of this? Would you call it a miss, or would you call it maybe a shining down from the sky?
You had to go there. It's a very special lady. She taught me a lot, and I don't wanna. Yeah, that's a very difficult one to answer. I just want to thank my family, thank the football club, thank the Motsiba family, thank everybody, that's played a role in the person that I am today, the ups and downs, so yeah, it's a difficult one to answer. She died saying a few words that I will never ever forget, and that's what makes me know that she's looking down upon me with and she was a nurse, by the way, so yeah, but anyway, yeah.
Thank you, coach. We'll take the next question. Yes.
Thanks, Steve.
Coach, just wait for the mic, please.
Oh, sorry.
Sure.
Hi, AFL champion. I just wanted to, coach.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how many times this has been a topic of discussion.
Yeah.
Style of play. How good does it feel to stick to your guns and be able to put the trophy on the table? I just went through some of stats now, and it's a final, a second leg. You're trailing 2-1. Then you create 2 big chances and you score 2 goals.
Yeah.
How satisfying is this?
If I can tell you something, as I walked onto the stage, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, the CAF president and our former club president, congratulated me, and as I walked to the FIFA president, Mr. Infantino, the first thing he said to me was, "Your team plays magnificent football." And I think, as I always say, the game of football belongs to the players, but heavy is the head that carries the crown. And I think sometimes we all forget that by nature, football is a low-scoring game. But when you see how much of a difference even a half-fit Peter Shadulile makes, a half-fit Lucas Ribeiro makes to this team. And for this team to do what they've done without recognized strikers, the sacrifices from all these players. I mean, I think Mkulisi has played as a false 9. Tambazwane has played as a false 9. Tebogo Mokoena has played slightly higher up away in Morocco. And we've been asked whether we'll change the style of play. It's very difficult because this club has a certain identity, and we have to try by all means to always try to play well. We are not always going to win every game 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, because the reality is football by nature is a low scoring game. And cup finals, you very seldom see one team dominate the other, but I mean, we went to Casablanca. The data suggests that we were the more dominant side. The data suggests it. In terms of possession, the passes, the chances, the shots, there were 2 each, I think, on target. And that penalty was massive. How Abdel Munaim had, the real courage, but it's also satisfying to score a goal from something we've practiced. That Aubrey Modiba goal meant so much because we worked on that situations really, really hard. And big compliments. I mean, the finish, I can't teach that. I mean, I would use another word, but the you know, to do that, you know, it takes a big pair to do that. I'm gonna respect the ladies that are here, but really unbelievable. But how good has he been, Modiba, for us? Tambazwane with his leadership, Tebogo Mokoena, Aubrey Modiba. We missed River today. I can just imagine what our build-up schemes, you know, it was a big loss for us, but Musa was colossal, 0 mistakes. Toby Mvala came in and really showed that he's loyal and he's a servant you can rely on. Ronwen Williams, unbelievable. Bongani Zungu, every time he comes on, he just shows class and experience and maturity. He's grown so much. I can go through how Tapelo Maseko. You know, I know he came under so much criticism at the beginning, and when I said to you guys, be patient, we will improve him and we will help him because he's got some weapons. But these are the players, you know, and it's an unbelievable, you know, it's such an incredible group. Kulisi, Mabue, now Mahema is coming back a little bit from a very difficult preseason. Lisiwa Mkuu, what a great performance in Casablanca. I mean, you know, to come from Marumo Gallants, but anyway, he played the Confederations Cup and did very, very well. I remember the one game that really made me convinced that Lisiwa can play for Sundowns was the game in Algeria. He was very, very good. But yeah, I could show we've got Dennis, Riyad, their attitude, Jody at training, magnificent. Terence, Ashiko, good, Mbubeni, Sifiso, always smiling, Sipumbule, and then the young kids, Tando Butelezi, I mean these kids, Mabena, it's just such a special group. How good has Sailor been? Mudao, so consistent, game in, game out, like same level of performance. And Sailor has been Abdel Munaim. Marcelo Allende. Guys, Marcelo, I mean, unbelievable. I can go on and on and on. Mendieta, when we needed him in moments, unfortunate with that situation where he's now had to miss the final, because it would also have been nice. Grant Kekana, when he comes on and he plays for the team, he's 0 mistakes, and you know, special group of players, you know, led by a very special captain in Tembazwana, supported by the leadership of Dennis, Ronwen, Tebogo, Marcelo as the leadership group, and I'm just very proud, and as I said, it's big congratulations to them.
Coach, just on Maseko, was it caution to leave him on the bench, and if it was, how difficult was it to make that decision with Peter and Lucas available?
So difficult, Mazola, because he picked up an injury, Maseko, and in fact, up until last night, Maseko was ruled out for the match from the medical department, but they worked overnight, and he had to pass a late fitness test. And then the decision was, how do we see the game going? And the anticipation was that they would sit in a low block, and so that meant that that game would suit Lucas to play a little bit closer to the box, to hold up the ball and allow us to support play from there. And then hopefully, and we thank God for that, because things went according to plan, and God is good, you know. God loves us all, and He knows our difficulties, and we thought that they would push the line a little bit to look for the equalizer, or maybe even for the goal, hopefully by the time it's 2 or maybe even 3, and then spaces would open up, and then the game would need more Maseko than Lucas. And so it was just that gamble, but Maseko is also unbelievable that he sacrificed, and very grateful to him also for going through the pain barrier, like Peter Shalulile, special human being, Lucas, special human beings. They played through a lot of pain today, and we thank them, all of them, for their service and just being unbelievable human beings.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, thank you, sir.
Before I ask my question, I just want to say I'm noticing you have a small glitter from the confetti on your nose.
Is it?
And I think that's the price you pay for being, for being a champion. But anyway, my question is just as a follow-up to Masola's question. How much did you guys agonize as a technical team to decide to start with Lucas and Peter? How long did it take?
No, actually it didn't take too long. When we were told they were available, to be honest, I mean, how many goals has Lucas already scored for us, and goal contributions, Peter Shalulile over the years. So when you have those two, you know that, especially because we are struggling in this moment, and it actually didn't take us too long. No.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay,
We'll take the last two questions.
Sazia, you have already won the biggest prize this season in Africa. How do you motivate your team now to win the Nedbank Cup, the Premiership, and the small change, the Champions League?
Small change. Please, that did not come from me. I can already see the headline. No, I did not. No, but they know they'll be in big trouble with me. Now there'll be big issues. This is a special group. Believe you me, we lost in Casablanca 2-1. We had a training session the next day with a couple of the players that didn't play, and I can tell you, we trained like a team that had just lost 5-0. And the mentality from Rushindo Rook, Brian Onyango, Nawa Mahema in that training session was just unbelievable. And they really pushed. And this is what makes this group so special, the sense of brotherhood, their loyalty and their commitment to this badge. And don't worry, there will be no sense of complacency. I will not allow it.
Thank you, Coach. If we may squeeze in the last two questions, there's a question of Maskepe, but we'll start with Claire, then Maskepe, then we'll close.
Coach, according to you, what did the Wydad lack of? We can say they were quite, on this game, they were quite invisible. Would you say you succeeded to asphyxiate them in that game?
No, I would rather, out of respect for the coach, I mean, to answer what they lacked would be, I think, in a little bit of a disrespectful way, and also because I think Wydad is a big football club that deserves a lot of respect, apart from just giving respect to the coach. So I'd rather not speak about them. The only thing I can say is commiserations to Wydad, but congratulate them for getting as far as the final with the way they play football. And the coach is a very humble guy and extremely passionate about football and small interactions that we've had. So yeah, to give him a huge sense of, I think it should give him a huge sense of pride in how his team plays football and how they tried to play today. You know, they did in some moments especially, but yeah, fortunately it's not for me to judge their performance, because I've also got my own job to do, which is to judge the performance of Sundowns, and that's still important even after the win. I go home now and watch the game. They were already shouting at me outside, no corrections, because they so I say, but they know there'll be corrections, because we always want to improve and we always want to play better, and that's our focus now, is to play better in our next match.
Last one, Coach. Coach, yeah?
Yeah.
Maskepe.
Yeah.
Oh, Skip.
Yes, Coach. Congratulations on
Thank you, sir.
the trophy. Obviously the Champions League remains not looking down on this one, but the Champions League is the holy grail of African football for clubs. When you look at your team,
Petrol knocked you out the other day, the other season. There was a Lahi. Now there's Wydad. All the teams that have knocked you out have, you've beaten them. And this brings about expectations in the Champions League from the fans, and also these clubs are looking at you. What are you looking at to do better from this competition, from the semi-final against Wydad in the Champions League last season, to be a better team? And the signings that you have made, what have they added that you think can be beneficial? I'm talking Lucas, Tapelo in the Champions League. What are you looking at to say this will help us in the Champions League?
It's difficult, Maskabe, because it's when we took Abdel Monaim to play left back, everyone said, "Oh, but what is Rulani trying to do?" A lot of criticism, but there's a reason behind the madness, So some of the things we do, we try to look at how we have to improve, where we have to get better, and sometimes it's about personnel, sometimes it's about small tweaks in the schemes, to find familiarity, and then you've got a preseason that is so important, and then you find a way of finding comfort for the players, and then you are a little bit derailed, or the progress is slowed down by injuries. When you have Sibangu starting so well, Lucas starting so well, Peter and Lucas starting to build some form of chemistry, and then there's certain movements that we were looking for from Maseko in relation to Allende and Debza and Tembazwane, and then they start to get injured and you lose. And then Rivaldo also, because he plays such an important role. They call him in the change room, they call him the system, because he's got such an important role in our organizational forms and our movements. And so it's very difficult to answer because they haven't really settled, and they need to be given a little bit more time. You saw even last season how long it took for Marcelo Allende to settle on the continent, with understanding the physicality and sometimes the hostility and the conditions around. So it took some of our new players quite some time, but they'll come right. They've got so much quality and they are such good human beings, and I'm sure that Mendieta, Maseko, Nku, Obas, we've missed him already. He was settling in and playing, already starting to adjust to certain things on how we want to play, and first position in the build-up phase, second position once we try to progress the ball. And but yeah, he also suffered an injury and we've missed him a bit. But yeah, good. Let's see what happens as soon as they come back, and then we try to reintegrate them. But a fantastic group of players, amazing. I hope I haven't missed any one of them out, because they really are a special group, and I've always said to them, I love them so much, and in me they have a brother for life.
And the Champions League part wasn't answered?
Yeah, it's difficult. As I said, it's very difficult because we have to improve our performances just generally, and to improve our performances generally, we need all our players available. So it's only about that. Before even thinking about whether it is Champions League or PSL, or there is that clear understanding that we've got to get better, and we know we have to get better. And it's difficult in this moment to play every 2-3 days with the traveling and the accumulation of fatigue. I mean, there's you see in the PSL. I still watch PSL games. I see coaches are struggling with injuries, players, and they don't even have the burden of traveling and going to the north of Africa and still being able to balance different programs. And you see how difficult it is for them, and they also speak even in their press conferences how difficult it is for them to maintain a certain level of performance. And so that's what makes this achievement even sweeter. And as I always say to you guys, I don't think you guys give enough praise to this group of players. I really don't. When I listen to when we go to Cairo, the amount of respect this group gets. When in Morocco, the amount of respect this group gets, not just from, you should hear what El Moti, the goalkeeper of Wydad, after the first leg said to me about this team. Was incredible. The coach, and as I said, Infantino, the president of FIFA, he said to me, this team plays unbelievable football, and we are still not satisfied. We think we can play better, and we know we can play better, and we will play better, we'll improve. But the difficulty is we don't have training days. Now is FIFA break. I lose a couple of players to the national teams, and then I've got to give a bit of a break to the players because it's been extremely hectic. And so there's no training time, and that's why preseason is so important for us. But yeah, let's see how we go, and step by step try to focus on the next game.
Thank you, Coach. Just before we let you go, if we could just get a quick photo moment with the trophy, and then we'll call it a day. We might be having 2 additional players, colleagues. We'll just confirm with our colleague, but if we can just have a